in this sort of backhanded way, that there are really two kinds of parents?
I think it's rather completely upside down that this entire statute, with 20 or 24 references to removal, custody, return of child to the parent, is somehow being read to create rights. There is no language in the statute that creates custodial rights. And the birth father in this case, because of a exhaustion failure under D, walked off with the child without any best interest determination. If I could raise
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Clement.
Mr. Chief Justice, and may it please the Court, but for the application of ICWA, two things would be crystal clear. The birth father would have absolutely no parental or custodial rights under state law or the Constitution. And second, the baby girl would be entitled to a custodial determination that focused on her best interests. Now, the lower
What do
courts
you do with the lower court's determination that one of the factors in the best interest calculus was the federal policy to ensure that Indian children of biological Indian parents, at least one, should be raised with their parents? Because the lower court said it thought it was in the best interest of this child to stay with its birth father in light of the federal policy. So I disagree with
Justice Sotomayor,
that there
would
wasn't the
that
best
it
interest
were
choice.
true that the federal preference was one factor in a multi-factor test that looked at this child in her best interest. That did not happen here. And if you have any doubt about that, look at page 40A of the petition appendix. And
What
the
do
lower
I do with the lower court's finding that this father, despite not being married to his prior lover, had children, was attentive of those children, had the resources to raise the child? What do we do with why are you
What you do with that, Justice Sotomayor, is you look what context those findings were made. Those findings were made in the context of 1912F. And the Court specifically said that for those purposes, all I can look at is the birth father and whether this new custodial relationship, beyond a reasonable doubt, would pose a serious harm to the girl. And what he
they look
specifically
at something else that everybody's ignoring?
What the Court specifically said is they looked at the expert testimony of how it would cause trauma, despair, anxiety, depression on this baby girl to be taken from her parents. And the Court specifically said